the CP of Abia State has decided to respond to Mazi Ňnamdi Kanu. He said that the threat to hunt my family is a ranting of a local coward. Is the Abia Commissioner of Police, OK0N. He has set a threat by IPOB to deal with his children if any member of the pro-Biafra group was shot by police during the burial of Ňnamdi Kanu's parents, was like the ranting of a local coward. As you all know how it all started, the Civil War, there have been a lot of misconceptions about what really happened and what did not really happen. At the end of the day, we are in a new era. A lot of groups, secessionist group, pro-Biafra group, a lot of groups with different ideology came up. But then, right now, what we have is IPOB, and is a group that has decided to take the fight both from local to the international, body and agencies, so that they can actually see into this. No one would say the country is functioning properly as it is at the moment, as a breakaway is very important. The regime of Buhari decided to, I will use the word most of the time, I don't use the word arrest, but then let's use the word arrest, as I oftentimes like to use the word abduct. They arrested Ňnamdi Kanu, and afterwards, he was left on bail. He was released on bail, and he went back to where he's from. He went back to his hometown, went back to his father's palace. And somehow along the line, the regime of Buhari felt that he wasn't keeping up. He wasn't keeping up to the terms of his bail condition, and they sent in some military personnel. And this resulted to a lot of bloodshed, and a lot of issues happened right there in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Ňnamdi Kanu had to escape for his life, as they were bent on making sure that he is killed or arrested, and maybe they come up with a story that he fell ill and is dead. That is probably what is going to happen. As you know what happened during the time of Omoyele Sowore, the convener of Revolution Now protest, and also former presidential aspirant. Ňnamdi Kanu said if any member of IPOB is shot, the children of Abia Commissioner of Police, OK0N, and any sympathizer or anybody that is sympathetic to Buhari's regime that is involved in this would have their children also dealt with. IPOB leader Ňnamdi Kanu, in a radio address last Saturday, said if anyone is shot, if any shot was fired in Afaroku on February 14, where the families and members of IPOB and his own families will be gathered, and possibly he himself will be gathered for the burial of his mom and his father that died as a result of the shock they took. That is what Ňnamdi Kanu said. He said they died as a result of the shock they took when the military personnel commanded and instructed by Buhari came in and invaded his hometown. They took a shock, and afterwards, since then, they could not recover from that. His mom passed on in Germany, and his father passed on in Nigeria, and it wasn't so long. And when you look at this, some people might not even reason too much of this because it is not their own parent. Yes, they might be old, but then I don't think they are so old to a point whereby they should die concurrently. I mean, they followed each other and they died like that. So February 14 will be the burial, and there have been a lot of issues here and there, as there are informations that the police will kind of bust into hotels that is in Abia State, Umaya, and places like that, to see if there is any, any gathering of IPOB members or anybody that is putting up the Biafra flag or logo and all of that. They said they are going to come down there to bust. There are a lot of fear and panic here and there as to what this might end up to be, if people are going to die or they are going to disrupt the whole proceeding. Now, OK0N in a statement said, I don't want to talk much. All that I want to say is that the threat is a ranting of a local coward. He should first and foremost come down from wherever he is and bear experience before I can talk to him. The assurance I'm giving everybody is that police will maintain peace, provide security at the burial, but a situation where IPOB decide to surface resurface there, we will act decisively. So they are saying they are only interested in the family members and probably the villagers and people, well-wishers, sympathizers, and people that will come down there. But any member of IPOB, anyone that is going to show sign of that movement or any of that, they are going to act violently. That's the word. They are going to act violently. They use the word decisively. They are going to act violently against such. And it's a very terrible thing. It's a very terrible thing. Now, there are a lot of reactions out there. Some claim that this is just a way, or it's they call it ethnic cleansing, while some claim that the president is right, Buhari is right, that he should prescribe. But then I do not see the same characteristics of a terrorist, the same characteristics of ISWAP or Boko Haram with that of IPOB. But what do we know? They are only interested in shutting down any voice that is going to speak against their endemic inimical activities. Mr. OK0N, someone say they have just one question for him. And Mr. OK0N, it is well believed that he belongs to the police force, that we know. Now the question is, assuming you passed on in your activity duty, will anyone stop your fellow police colleagues from coming to your burial ceremony? Pinch yourself first before you pinch others. The couple that passed on died as a result of shock, the Operation Python dance, which came to killing Ňnamdi Kanu, the son of the deceased. The whole family are IPOB members. Then stopping IPOB members from paying their last respect is a collaborative effort with the zoo government. It's not right. And by the way, IPOB does not have any weapon that you can attribute to them. None of that. So they claim that Mr. OK0N is the coward among all the forces in that zoo, and that how can you stop? How can you rant? How can you challenge IPOB that it is not right? There are a lot of reactions, there are a lot of opinions as regards this. Now, when this commissioner started by threatening to scatter and kill IPOB members if they show up, that is a reckless statement. According to someone, said this is a reckless statement and is emanating from a person that is supposed to be responsible but has become irresponsible. What MNK is saying is that nobody, no innocent blood of any IPOB members must be shed during that burial. No blood of IPOB member must be shed. If any blood of IPOB, because he knows already what he did in his hometown and he understands how this administration works. Now it's not an issue of Buhari alone, Buhari. Is Buhari the person that is inside of the CP OK0N? No, OK0N is a Biafran. The man that is the spokesperson of the Daura State Service, the SSS and whatever, he is also a Biafran. So it's like there are some groups of people too that are very much, they embrace what is happening right now. And they care less as long as they have a position, they earn their salary, and they have opportunities to loot and do whatever they want to do too. They don't care. So it's not even what we are going to say it's a collective Southeastern issue. They are all clamoring. No, the people are the ones clamoring, while some groups of people, just some few groups of people that have found opportunity to sink their fangs, sink themselves and entrench themselves into free money that they are making in Nigeria. They care less about it and they want it to be like that. So there are a lot of reactions here. People see Mr. OK0N as an idiot. They see him as a stupid person. Some say he's just serving the Fulani government and he feels that he's protected because he thinks that he's a police officer and he will do whatever he will do. Even people that are speaking are from the western part of Nigeria. And they are saying that this is not right, this is wrong, that it's time that everybody come together and defend the South and stand as one, rather than, I do see some reactions here and there. Some people get it mixed up. They think there is someone in the North enjoying. Go and look at the Amajiri children there. They never asked to be born in that region. Look at the southeastern part of Nigeria. Go to the southwest of Nigeria. You'll find people that are having it hard. They are having it very difficult. So the only problem is when such people that are having it difficult decide to close their eyes to freedom and embrace their oppressor, then we say they are suffering from Stockholm Syndrome. So nobody chooses where they have to be born. But when we see people from the southeast pointing fingers at the southwest and thinking that the Yoruba is suffering, Yoruba man that is looking for ways to survive himself is the problem. Or you think the Igbo man that is that had cattle from bandits coming to his farm and eat up the little crop that he's using to survive when there is no social assistance to him. You think that person is your problem? No. That is why we need to re-educate ourselves and call a spade a spade. It's time for us to see things as it is and come together as one and push away tyranny, push away corruption. That is what it is. What is your own opinion about what this police officer is saying? Is Abia Commissioner of Police, OK0N, he said, IPOB leader is a local coward. I don't think he, without his police security and guns around him, will be very brave. That is Abia Commissioner of Police, OK0N. I don't think he will be very brave. But then he has all of this surrounding him. Let us meet at the comment section below. And why are that? If you're not a member of this channel, we can grow it together by you tapping on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell below. It will alert you whenever our videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.